Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Little Norton. We're heading up to the shop at the moment because we need to start getting our fields ready for planting. So we're looking at, over the next few episodes, having the Maize Plus extension in here. We actually already have the Maize Plus extension in, but we don't have the extra crops on here. And the map is going to be worked on and is having that in to make it Maize Plus forage extension ready, I should specify. So we are going to start getting ourselves set up for doing the fields like that. And to take those new crops when they come in. I have a few plans for that and which fields are going to have it and that kind of thing. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. What we need to do though is 4 of our fields all need to be limed before we go any further. So we're in the fence 720 here. We're heading up to the shop and what we're going to do is we're going to hire a lime spreader. We're not going to need it again for a while. So we might as well rent it for today and then return it. So as a result, the lime spreader I'm going to get is a rather interesting one. It's a mod that has recently been released. It's under fertilizer technology, and it's this. It's the Virtuous 15,000, I think that is. And yeah, I wanted to have a go with this and see how good this is and how well this works. So we're going to lease this. It's only going to be 691 to lease it. Now, the reason for leasing this, you compare that to this, which is the Breedle, with a full extension on and the spreading discs. Look at the price of that leasing is 2,435 to lease this, which is slightly smaller, versus the 691. So we're gonna try this. It's gonna hold all of the lime we're after. We need to get just under 14,000 liters. This holds 15,000, so that is good. So let's lease that. And then we're gonna go back. We need to get some lime as well because we don't have a lime silo to buy off. Now, a lime big bag is 450 for 2,000 litres. We do have an alternative, and I spent ages doing this, trying to calculate this correctly. We have in here a lime pallet for 700 for 2,400. Slightly more expensive, that one. So that is why we're going for the standard pallet. So lime big bag, we need 7 of these. So 1, 2, 7. Okay. There we are. And we'll hook this up and hopefully this works nicely. Let's see how well this works. Yep. Very nicely. And we'll back it up and we'll get it filled up as well. Now, I don't have a front loader down here, so we are just going to have to fill this from the side. Let's get this refilled. Right, that seems to be filling quite nicely. I don't know which bag it's filling from, but we'll get these all filled up and in here and then head back down to our farm. And there we go. That is almost there. 14,000 litres. Perfect. I think it's like 13,600 we need. And we're looking there. Yeah, nice full thing of lime. So let's get this back down to the farm and I can show you which fields we need to get worked on. Our first field is down here and it's field 39 that we want to get at. I think we can get at it from this side here, maybe. If not, it'll be, yeah, there we are. Accessible via our farm. So, fields 39, 40, 41, and 50 all need liming. The biggest of those is field 50. So, we're going to leave that till last. But you can see that these are smaller fields. So, we're going to, my plan is to basically work these fields as if they were... wow, this has got a wide spread on this. As if they were... These are going to be our extra crop stuff. So our alfalfa, our clover, that kind of stuff will be in the smaller fields around our farm. So that will be 39, 40 and 41. We're going to put those types of crops in. That will feed our cows rather nicely. And then for our bigger fields, that's where we're going to be doing our arable crops. So we are going to be doing arable crops on here. I really would like to do a setup on here where we use the mixing wagon and maybe mix in some of the other crops and explore that part of the Maize Plus extension. So I'm going to have a go with that. And yeah, do a full whack on here. We are doing beef cattle on here. We're not going to be doing milk or or anything like that. Right, we are... How do we get into our other fields? I think our other fields are accessible via the road. So we'll head out that way and do that. Yeah, so we're going to do beef cattle. We're not going to be doing any milk or anything like that. So I want to hit the ground running very much with the cattle. And we're going to be getting those probably in the next couple of episodes. Now that we've got the... now that I've added the Maize Plus forage extension in, I'm quite happy to get the cows in because they'll transfer over to the new setup on the map when we need it to. Which should work pretty well. Oh, this we want to bring in here. And hopefully when we get the new crops in, things should work a lot better. I'm hoping that maybe having added the Maize Plus extension in, it's gonna add the new crops in without too much hassle, but we shall see on that. Very tempted to turn this into one big field as well. One big grass field down here would work quite well for us, or one big clover or alfalfa field down this way. I think would be quite a good addition and quite a good setup down here, and we can plough that gap in between it quite nicely. And we've got to come down and plough these fields anyway. So yeah, I think that might be a good idea to make this into one large field area and to treat it as that. It's then a case of exactly what I put in down here. The other thing to do would be like to do 2 halves of alfalfa or something like that. One which we would then do as forage, and the other that we would then do as would do as silage, and the other we'd do as hay, and look at doing it that way, especially with the baler that we've got. So yeah, it's we'll see exactly how well this works. There we go. That is lime around the edge. Now we'll go up and down and get the rest of this done. And yeah, it should take just under 14,000 litres. Now what we might find is, because we got overlaps and things like that, we have a bit of wastage. With any luck, that won't be too much that gets missed. Especially if we can get this to be a good bit of coverage across here. And this is pretty good lime spreader, actually. I'm really liking this. Inexpensive and works well. Great if you've got the new DLC in which doesn't have any lime spreader in it, and you want something to just sort of do this job quickly and cheaply. Hiring this for a little while works brilliantly. Really, really cool. Let's get that across there. There we go. I am liking this lime spreader a lot. And it's got a good animation out the back. I love both the close and the wide animation to it. So we'll now go over here and get this field done. Quite a nice easy run. We've only got, wow, we've only got 4,000 litres left. That is a lot less than I was expecting. We are going to have to go and refill this. Now, I calculated this based on the Global Company mod. And there's a field calculation for how many litres you need. We are going to fall a long way short of that calculation. Amazingly short of that calculation. Because this was supposed to be enough to also go and do field 50. It really isn't. It was only supposed to take about, 5,000 litres to do this. We are going to use up almost all of this lime on just these 3 fields, which is exceptional. I don't know how accurate those calculations are, or not at all would be my my thing at the moment. That is, we're down to 9%, 1,420 litres, and that is not good. So, based on that, we are going to have to go and buy another, well, we'll basically fill this up again. Field 50 is a fairly big field, and I want to make sure that I get a good coverage on it. Now, it says 8,000 litres for it. Let's have a look at the map quickly. Yeah, so field 50 here, you look at the size of these, and it should be about the same again, looking at that, between the field area of 39, 40, 41 and field 50. So what I'm going to do is we have, I'm going to go and get another 14,000 litres, I think. I think it's going to take a similar amount. Maybe another 12,000 litres, take us up to 13,000. And I think it's going to require about that much to get this, the next field done. So let's head back up to the shop and get this refilled. Back at the shop, and let's get this refilled. So, jump into here. We want to get 6 of these pallets. There we go, 6 pallets. And get this refilled. Like so. And we are just about full and done. In fact, there we go. 13,000 litres. This should be enough to do field 50. I hope so. Only one way for us to find out. Let's head down there. Now, to get to field 50, we want... I don't know if I can get to it this way. I'm going to go and have a look. But we want to try... No, this is down to our woodland area. So what we want to do is reverse this up and head through our yard right round. So it's a little bit of a long way. I think we should have turned slightly earlier. But it's through the other side of the yard. So over our bit here. I want to open up this gate. We've not got any cows yet. I've rearranged my tractor slightly. So I've got, based on some of the suggestions last time, we've got this tractor in here because it's going to be used a lot around this part of the map. Then the rest of our tractors are in that side barn to the one that we had them parked in last time. And then we're going to put, as somebody suggested, we're going to put the harvesters in the big barn. So that we've got plenty of space in there for that. We're going to keep all the animal feeding stuff and bits like that over this side. I have actually realised with the sheep, we're going to have to get a beet harvester or something like that. So we're going to be putting, well, because I think, let's do something like carrots on here. Now, where is the entrance to this field? Okay. Down there by the side. So yeah, all the fields at the back here are entered by this way. And this is, again, one of the reasons I love this map. We are the only way to access all your fields, in some instances, or the only way to access some of your fields is via farm tracks, which I love. I love that this feels like a connected farm at the moment. Absolutely brilliant. That is just astoundingly good. Something that I'm looking for more and more from a map is this kind of connected setup that isn't connected by the main roads, but connected by farm tracks and things like that. So let's get this field started and done with the lime, which is going to do us absolutely great. Oh, our fields will be fully prepared by the time we're putting any crops into them. Coming to the end of the field now, we have we have about 1,000 litres left. Should be enough. I actually have had to pop back up to the shop, grab a little bit more lime. We had to grab an extra 2,000 litres as we were a little bit shy. But it looks like that has done the trick. And we're now complete on this field. A couple of small patches to just get as we head back, I think. Yeah, we'll just sort of turn it on, use up the last little bit of lime as we're doing it, and heading back. So a bit there. Down to sort of the last 300 litres. We want to empty this out before we return this. But yeah, no point in running this for longer than we have to. Let's have a look. Yeah, field is looking pretty well covered, so I'm happy with that. Let's take this back then to the yard. We'll unload the 250 litres, exactly 250 litres, amazingly, that we have left. And then I want to hook up, actually I want to hook up to, we could hook it up to this tractor, but I'm going to do it to our 800, I think, and get the plough working. I think we're going to go and plough field 39 to give the plough a try and have a look at that. It is going on a little bit in the day, but I want to do a little bit of ploughing. Get this plough out, have some fun with this, because it's an awesome plough, this. And then we're in a decent position to keep going. So I'm going to unload this here. I think I'm going to put the I think I'm going to move the grass equipment, and we've got, oh, we do have storage sheds. Look over there. We can put pallets and things in there. So let's unload this. Or does this not unload? I don't think this does. Really? It looks to me like this won't allow us to unload, which is a little bit odd. But let's move more into the middle and see if it'll still let us. Yeah, this won't let us unload the lime. So it's only 250 litres, but I think we should. I think we're probably just going to leave it and get rid of that. So let's head round here and into here, and we'll drop this off. But yeah, definitely this. So this is great. It is a great piece of kit, but doesn't seem to have an unload function. So if all you're using it for is lime, you're fine. Otherwise, I would have said that you're going to run into trouble being unable to unload it. Right, I want to switch tractors. As I said, we're going to get the 800 series out and have a go with the plough. I do like my fleet of fence here. A little bit of uniqueness to a couple of them. We'll get the 800 here. So this is our 822. This has more than enough horsepower to handle our plough. As I said, I've switched the shed that my tractors are in over to that side one. so that we can get the harvesters into the other shed. And we are planning to get 3 harvesters on here. So the 3 harvesters I want are a forage, a root crop, and fold you up. Oh, have we not connected? I don't think we've connected our hoses. There we go. Fold you up for transport. We're not going very far, but getting it through the gateways, this will be easier. We want to get, yeah, as I said, a main harvester, a root crop harvester, and a forage harvester. And 2 of those we're only going to use like a 1 field a year. But if we are able to expand the farm, then that will work out well for us. Right, now unfold this. And as I said in my review, this is like having a subsoiler. Right. Fold in that for the first row because there's nothing we can do there, and down and away we go. And that just works brilliantly. Let's get some lights on because this light is now fading here. And we could conceivably get this as a on a GPS course, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to follow my plough furrows as best I can. And I'm going to unfold that now so that we can start doing that. Absolutely awesome. Love this setup. Let's get the rest of this field done. We're coming to the end of field 39 now, and I'm really impressed by this plough. It's absolutely gorgeous. Nice working width. I love the way that we're getting the cultivated setup from the packer. It's working really nicely, and it looks absolutely brilliant. It's getting rather dark here on Little Norton now, though, so we're just trying to finish off these last bits. I think we can see the side of the field just there. It's not massively far off, but it's getting, as I said, it's getting harder and harder to see exactly where we are. This is a good little field, this. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in these fields. Yeah, we are definitely getting near the edge. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in this field. We'll either make it another grass field. We could make it a clover field. As I said, we want to put in both clover and alfalfa once the extra crops are available in the map. So exactly what we're going to put where, I don't know. 38 we're going to leave as a grass field. It's a great grass field for us to get all of that kind of stuff off. Then what are we going to get off the rest? And we know we've got to get this mix of hay and silage. And we know we're going to do maize silage as a crop on here. And we're actually going to do loose maize silage, and then the grass field types we're going to do wrapped bales of. That will make it easier for us and keep us nicely going. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the field. Good. Let's get that there. So yeah, we're gonna do wrapped bales for some of our other silages, and then for the maize silage we're gonna actually put into the clamp and do that. So we're gonna go for a fairly big field if I can for that. So maybe 49 will be a good field for our maize silage. And then we've got fields. Yeah, we don't need a lot of wheat, so we could do 48 for the wheat. And we just need to get our crop rotations right. We're going to put in I think we're going to try carrots. When we've got that extra bit in, let's try carrots and see if that works. But what we're going to do now is we've reached the edge of the field. So I'm going to go around and do the headlands here. I need to come out a little bit to do this. Just to come round. And so we're going to end up with a ploughed bit at the edge of the field, but nothing that we can really do to prevent that. Do want to come right in here and get that though. Right, turn this. I'm going to take the big map down and just have a look. Yeah, we are not limiting to fields at the moment, so let's limit to fields. I thought I saw that we were doing a little bit of the grass earlier. Right, and then we can come down here. Now we're limiting to fields again. Yeah, we're good. For pure realism, I should probably not limit this to fields. You know, that would be the ultimate realism thing of not limiting to fields. And if you plough, you break the ground. The only trouble I have is if I do that constantly, my sheds are going to be absolutely full of places where I've created a field because I put the plough down. But that suggests I just need to find a new place to put the plough down. Right, across the end here. This end we've been more successful at just getting a single width in. And there we go. Fold up our plough. And take it back. I think we caught that fairly early on, to be honest. Fold up the plough, and then we can take it back. And we will be using this again next time. We'll probably get Courseplay to do it, though. We've got 2 other fields that need ploughing. So we can get onto that. But there we go. That is the job done. It is 10 to 7 in game. We'll be moving more to a 10 times game day going forwards now that we're almost set up. For now, though, I am going to leave this here. And that means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.